Hello students, welcome to the fourth part of video lecture for the first chapter of hydraulic machine and fluid power. In previous video, we are discussing about the different efficiency of turbines. Already we are discussing about hydraulic efficiency. Now hydraulic efficiency means that is equal to your ratio of power delivered to the runner to power supplied at the inlet. It is denoted by symbol eta H. Already you have know that efficiency means output power divided by input power. In case of hydraulic efficiency, we have seen that for a turbine unit there is a penstock. Now at the penstock the water is produced at a high kinetic energy, and that high kinetic energy of water is striking upon the blades of the runner. Now while you are applying the force by the water upon the runner, now the runner will be rotating. So during this time the output power is your runner power, or that is the work done by the water upon the runner per second divided by power supplied at inlet, means that is the output power of penstock, means the energy per unit weight per second of the water. Now the output power is known as your runner power, the input power is your water power. Next point is your mechanical efficiency. Mechanical efficiency means that is the ratio of power available at the shaft of turbine to that is power delivered to the runner. It is denoted by symbol eta m, and eta m is equal to mathematically power available at the shaft divided by power delivered to the runner, and that is shaft power divided by runner power, that is SP divided by RP. What do you mean by power available at the shaft of turbine? After the jet of water striking upon the blades of runner, the runner will be rotate, and due to the rotation of the runner, the mechanical power is to be delivered by the shaft of the turbine. This power is calculated by using a brake drum, that is a dynamometer is used to measure, rope brake dynamometer is used to measure the power available at the shaft of turbine, and that is known as your shaft power. Power delivered to the runner means what is the force exerted by the water upon the runner, that is known as your work done by the jet of water per second. In this way, mechanical efficiency is equal to shaft power divided by runner power. Next efficiency is your volumetric efficiency. As the name indicates that volumetric means that is we have to calculate that what is the volume of water actually striking the runner, and what is the volume of water actually supplied by the penstock to the turbine. That is, in case of turbine unit, we have to see that while the water comes out from the penstock, we have to measure the volume of water actually collected from the penstock is your inlet. Then actually what is the amount of water or volume of water striking the blades of runner to produce the mechanical power. So volume of water actually responsible for the movement of the runner blade to produce the mechanical power or runner power divided by the volume of water supplied to the turbine, means that is the amount of water in terms of volume per second. We are considering that is Q. So that is volume of water actually obtained from the penstock outlet, that is known as your volume of water supplied to the turbine. So now it is denoted by symbol eta V. Now eta V is equal to volume of water striking the runner divided by volume of water supplied to the runner. Then overall efficiency. Overall efficiency means overally for a turbine unit our output power is to produce mechanical energy, that is the power available at the shaft of the turbine unit. What is the input energy? Input energy is nothing but that is the power supplied by the water at the outlet of the penstock. That is, we are getting the overally we are getting the mechanical power from the turbine shaft, that is your shaft power. Power available at the inlet means that is what is the amount of power or water supplied per second, and what is producing, that is maybe your kinetic energy per second, or that may be your sum of kinetic energy or pressure energy by second, or you are already know that that is your water power. So overall efficiency is equal to shaft power divided by water power. You may take the help of relationship between overall efficiency, mechanical efficiency and your hydraulic efficiency. We know that overall efficiency means shaft power by water power. In case of our hydraulic efficiency, it is runner power by water power. In case of mechanical power, it is shaft power by runner power. Now, if you are going to multiply Rp by Wp into Sp by Rp, during that time what happens? During that time Rp runner power cancel out, and rest of term will be equal to shaft power by your water power. Hence overall efficiency is the multiplication of mechanical efficiency and hydraulic efficiency. Why we are going to study this efficiency of turbine? Because we have to know that what is the mechanical power produced, what is the shaft power produced, what is the actually amount of energy available at the turbine unit. So for every turbine we have to calculate hydraulic efficiency, mechanical efficiency and overall efficiency. So by using this efficiency concept, we can measure the performance of each type of turbine unit while they are used for the production of electrical energy. Next is your impulse turbine. What is a impulse turbine? Impulse turbine means that is the energy available at the inlet of turbine is kinetic energy. At the outlet of the penstock, we are going to use a mechanical device that is known as your nozzle. The nozzle is of gradually decreasing of area. We know that area decreases means velocity increases. So as velocity increases, so the energy associated with the water due to the velocity is known as your kinetic energy. This impulse turbine is also known as a tangential flow turbine. As you previously were discussing that when the liquid or water from the nozzle output, it is striking upon the blade, during that time the rotational motion while it is producing a circle, during that time the flow of water is touching that rotational surface, means the flow of water in a tangent to that of the circular motion produced by the runner blade. So hence it is known as a tangential flow turbine. We are going to study about that. What are the different types of impulse turbine? A Pelton wheel turbine is a case of tangential flow impulse turbine. In Pelton wheel turbine, we are going to use the energy of water at an outlet of penstock is kinetic energy. The pressure available at the inlet and outlet of the turbine is atmospheric pressure. This is a high head turbine, means the height or the head available with the water is the net head available at the inlet of turbine is more than 250 meter to that of 1800 meter. Already we have discussed high head turbine. We are having two types of head. One is your gross head and net head. And there is also a head loss takes place due to the friction between the surface of water and the penstock surface. The gross head means what is the level of water present in the dam. While the water enters into the penstock, some amount of water will be lost its energy due to the friction, that is HF. Now the net head available at the turbine is known as your net head is equal to gross head minus your frictional head, that is equal to net head available at the inlet. That is also known as head, means energy of water per unit weight of water. A Pelton turbine is developed by L.A. Pelton, who is an American engineer. Basically, this impulse turbine is used in every hydroelectric power plant. This is producing more amount of electrical energy. Now we'll go for finding out that what are the constructional features and power generation and working principle of this type of turbine unit. From constructional features, we are having basically four parts of a Pelton wheel turbine. One is nozzle and flow regulating arrangement, runner and bucket, casing and braking jet. This is the overall overview of a Pelton wheel turbine, where there is a penstock. This green part is known as a nozzle. This blue color is known as your jet of water. These curved plates are known as your bucket, and this middle portion circular part is known as your runner. Here the mechanical power is collected by the means of a belt drive. We are getting the output power. This output power is utilized in lightening the bulb.